Mr. Yemi Faseun is HR and is human resources manager, and you can see the slide as it's moving right now. We have his profile over there, so don't let us waste much of our time going on to onto that. And peradventure that will call him YF. That is his nickname, so I may probably call him YF. So just know that I'm referring to Mr. Yemi Faseun. So Mr. Yemi, so what is future of work all about, sir?
Okay, I think the 3 or 4 things I just need to talk about when we talk about the future work. And I'm sure that in the last 2 years, those who are listening to us now will agree that the S space has been flooded with so many things about the future work.
Okay, sir.
And it was as if the world was getting ready for what was going on around, so what was going to happen about this time around the world.
Okay.
And in simple terms, I'm not going to go into technical jargons at all. In simple terms, what we're saying is that the way of work will change drastically because of the advent of machines and artificial intelligence in the workplace.
Okay, sir.
What that means is that there's so many things that human beings will have spent hours doing, but because of artificial intelligence, because of robotics, because of what we can do with technology, we are efficiently and in almost millions of times faster than what human beings can do. We are employing machines to do the same.
Okay.
That's number one. So what is driving this future work? And I say, I mean, in recent times, I've been saying that the future of work is no longer the future of work, but it's already the now of work. Because the things we were talking about a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago are already happening.
Okay.
And this is driven largely, like I said, by technology. Technology is allowing us to cut so many inefficiencies because of human intervention. Technology is allowing us to do so many things faster than we could do them. But what it means, for those who are scared about the future of work, what it means is that some skills are no longer going to be relevant. Some skills are no longer relevant today. More skills are no longer going to be relevant. But it doesn't mean that machines will take over our world. So it doesn't mean that only scientists will survive. It doesn't mean that only those who can code will survive. What it means is that some skills will fall away, but because man is still going to be talking to machines in terms of instructions, it just means that we need to learn new skills. So what the future holds for us is to learn new skills in the place of work. Now, let me talk about what that will mean for the workforce. Because of what technology will allow us to do, the first thing is that work would no longer be an office where you wake up and then you commute for 2 or 3 hours to get to your office. And then in the evening, after 5 or 6, you commute and go back home. The concept of work has changed. And some of us have been preaching this flexibility for a couple of months now, but not too many employers are grappling with that reality. Office or an office is going to be defined by deliverables rather than by physical location. I mean, look at what we're doing right now. Some people will have thought that it was impossible unless we put people together in a room and have a meeting or talk to them. But we're talking to people, and we possibly are talking to people globally at the moment. We had a global online conference recently, Hacking HR, and we had over 9 to 10,000 who listen in globally, and people could tune in. Before now, it probably meant we would have been able to take only 3,000-4,000 people listen to speakers. And if we are collapsing the walls, the global walls around us, why can't we collapse walls within our offices as well? Like I said, the concept of work has therefore changed. It is wherever you can be to deliver on the expectations of a job. That becomes your place of work. Right now, the younger generations are in the workplace and they are highly mobile. not only mobile in terms of what they can do, but also in terms of what technology is allowing them to do. Okay? So rather than say, come to work and close at 5, manage me by deliverables rather than manage me by time.
Okay.
So the workplace is changing. Another thing that I'd like to talk about is mobility, therefore. What is happening around the world is that people are traveling a lot. Talent is very, very mobile as we have rapid urbanization of economies. It's the same thing across countries. And I promise you that Canada is taking so many of our talents in Nigeria, for instance.
Yeah.
But what it means also for employers is that they're looking at other ways of retaining talent, even when
Okay.
the talents are not physically present with them.
Okay.
So we have employers who are saying, you want to go to Canada, that's fine. Go to Canada with your family, but continue to work with me. So the way we word our contracts are already, the way we word our contract is already changing. We don't work those contracts with work with me 8 to 5. You can only work with my organization and all that is changing because of what technology is allowing us to do globally. That some smart Nigerians in certain fields, maybe IT, developers, guys who can code, they are sitting here in Nigeria and they're working with global organizations because their skills are rare and they don't want to leave Nigeria. Those individuals are here in Nigeria, but they're working with organizations offshore and they're earning in foreign currency. That's his work. So their employers are offshore, the individuals are here in Nigeria, and work is continuing. On the other side, like I said, we've got individuals who are going offshore. Their employers are saying you can go, we'll retain you despite the fact that we are here. And I think the fourth thing that I would like to mention is to say that we are going to have more and more, we're going to have employees working with multiple organizations. In fact, I think Tesla is already saying that in their employee handbook. Tesla says, we don't mind you work with another organization for as long as there is no conflict of interest, for as long as you are not going to disclose our trade secrets. It's okay for you to work with us and to work with another organization. That's a company putting all of that in its handbook. Again, that's because of the changing nature of work. So a lot is changing. And I'm saying that what is enabling all the changes is the technology and what technology can allow us to. Somebody said that the rate of change that you're witnessing right now has never been witnessed before, but it's going to be the least going forward. That's because technology is going to be changing on a daily basis. What that means, therefore, is that because we have a multi-generational workforce at the moment, the organizations that will survive into the future will be the ones that must quickly respond to the changes.
Okay.
Organizational agility is so key right now because those changes are happening. And if you don't quickly respond, you just find out that you're a victim of change already. But because we need agile organizations, we need agile individuals who can pick up new skills and survive in the future of work. We also need agile organizations who can respond quickly to what is happening in the external environment and retain talent for as long as they can, at least. I talk about the generational workforce. Leadership competencies must change, just like the new skills are expected in the future of work. We also need new leadership competencies. The way we manage the new generation, the millennials and the Generation Z, it's totally going to be different from the way we managed the old generation, the baby boomers and the Gen X. Totally different. Because these guys are digital natives, the new generation. They want to work with technology. They want to embrace technology. They want to do so many things at the same time. And that's because technology can allow them to do that. But the older generation would therefore need to change so many of the unconscious biases, so many of the things we stereotype about the new generation. They are lazy, they are restless, they are easily distracted and all that. The point is, technology is allowing them to do many things at the same time, but what we need to do is to find out the strength of what technology can allow them to do and harness those leveraging opportunities for the organization. So a lot is changing. Skills are changing. Skills required in the workplace. There'll be more handshake between man and machines. I'm just summarizing now.
Okay.
There'll be more handshake between man and machines. We expect organizations to respond very quickly to those changes. Otherwise, they'll lose talent. We expect that some areas of our labor laws will change. You and I know that what drives the current generation is side hustle. They want to do something because they have passion for something else apart from work. They want to be led and empowered differently. Therefore, organizations also must change. So in summary, what I'm saying is that what is driving the change in the workspaces right now, what will drive more changes in our workplaces will be based on what technology can allow us to do. Every single employee must constantly ask if the skills they think are making them relevant today will still be the skills needed in the future. So it's a constant assessment and reassessment of self so that we are reinventing ourselves and continue to be relevant in the future of work.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. That is awesome. When you are talking, sir, you mentioned that there are some skills that will not be in existence in the years to come, maybe that they are going to have an issue. Do you have any clarity about those skills so that we will know, okay, this skill, maybe I should not just go there because of what technology or anything may cost?
Okay, let's go on a kind of historical journey. Mayowa. For instance, when last did you as an individual go to a bank to cash a check?
I would rather drop it to be transferred into my account. In fact, it's been a while. It's been a while that I last received a check. The highest that they do that is they transfer into my account, and I think network is somehow. Hello, sir. You might need to recap.
Journey from a time, exactly. We're journey from a time. Nobody does that anymore.
Okay.
Exactly. No, it's fine. What I'm saying is that we already are given that. Okay. So can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello, sir. I think network is frozen. Hello, sir. You have mute your mic. Check your mic. You have muted it. Okay. It's now on mute.
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. All right. So I was saying that. I mean, for instance, nobody goes to the bank anymore because we all do online banking. What happened to the tellers of years ago? Where are they? Where are the tellers?
The tellers. I think some of them are in the
machines, ATM, transfer online. All of that. Digital technology has taken over. Digital banking has taken over all those roles now. So nobody at all is going to the banks anymore. So as an example, let me use my function in HR as an instance. Anything that is transactional in nature, anything that is routine, anything that is data driven can be done a lot better by machine, and therefore those jobs might not be relevant in the future of work.
Okay.
We already have robots. We have bots already now as financial advisors. Speak to a robot, and then he'll tell you all the things that you need to know about banking products, services. I know one or two banks in Nigeria today. They have robots that you can chat with.
Okay.
And the robots will take you through the entire process of open an account, for instance, the so-called customer service officer who is waiting for customers to come to the bank to come and open an account. There will be no job for such an individual in the future of work. Financial advisors, if the machine can advise me more accurately, more effectively than human beings, why do I need to employ a human being, therefore, to be a financial advisor? Insurance underwriters, another example. Once you key in details of what you want into a particular software, the software manipulates data and gives you information. So why do I need to leave the confines of my house and go to the insurance company or wait for a sales agent to come and explain to me what the machine can do accurately? And so on and so on. Even in the industrial or factory setting, there are so many things that robots are doing right now, and we don't need human beings to do. So those are just examples of roles that will be taken over by machines and robots in the future of work.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, like, for those like who are still maybe looking for a job, okay, if you want to recommend that, okay, if you want to go for a job, I mean, you want to learn a skill that the future of work will not affect. What are those skills that you can say, okay, if you go for this skill, I think you will get a result in the future, and you won't be affected in the future also if you go for this type of skill.
Okay, let me give them an assignment to do.
Okay.
Right? Let them go research and find out top skills 2020 and beyond.
Okay.
Top skills relevant in the workplace in the year 2020 and beyond.
Okay.
There is a catalog of skills listed based on what was already happening a couple of years ago, that by 2020 and beyond, certain skills will not be relevant and new skills will be relevant. So let me give them some little work to do. Go research those skills. It's easily found on the internet, and that will guide the sort of conversation people should have from a career perspective.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And like for those whom their skills have been affected with all this automation and technology, robots and stuff like that, what are the advice you can give them, sir?
No, they should just continue to hone their skills. They own the future. They should continue to hone their skills and continue to update and be relevant as well. Because really, like I said, they own the future. That is where the future is. Everything is going to be driven by technology. Look at where the world is today with COVID-19.
Okay.
The virus has shut down not just organizations, it's shut down entire communities, it's shut down a country. But guess what? With the help of technology, people are still working. Yes. People are still shopping. People are still buying. Imagine a world without technology. Imagine a world without what digital can enable us to do. It would have been a bit more terrible. So what I actually think is that the world, our world, the third world, needs to learn a lot more, given what is happening right now around the outbreak of the virus. What else can we do with technology that will enable us to reduce human intervention in the way we work?
And by reducing human intervention, some will be at the gain and some will be at loss. Am I right, sir?
Say that again.
I said by reducing human intervention in the workspace, I mean those robots and other stuff, there are some people that will lose, that will lose, and there are some people that will also gain.
Oh, sure. The person who's ready for the future will be the person who will be a beneficiary of the future. But for the individuals who are a bit, like I said, not agile, not taking advantage of current technological realities, then they will be left behind. They will be change victims, while the other individuals will become beneficiaries of change.
Okay, sir. I want to ask, what is the impact of digital marketing in this future work? How can we leverage on digital marketing? Hello, sir.
Digital marketing. I mean, Yes, I can hear you. I mean, look at it. We are reaching how many people at the same time right now as we're talking?
That's
We
what.
are reaching several people at the same time.
Yes, sir.
And therefore, the same thing from a digital marketing perspective, technology allows you to reach thousands and thousands and thousands of people at the same time. I'm not sure how active you are on social media, but I mean, we've got individuals with 100,000 followers,
Okay.
for instance. What it means is that one message out can reach 100,000 people immediately.
Yes, sir.
What it also means is that one message, one idea, one product, one service that you put out there, people can have access to it immediately, and there are no boundaries. And from a commerce perspective, you also have businesses that are how do I put it, that are ancillary businesses because of the connection between the product owner and the product user. That connection has become immediate. So you're
Okay.
selling something and you put it out there digitally, and I see it and I want to get it.
Okay.
Then I start thinking, how do I get it across to you? So there are other people who are also taking advantage of logistics so that the product eventually gets to the individual. But basically, digital marketing is the way to go. Banks, like you said, banks are collapsing their branches and they're building apps so that their consumers can have access to their products and services immediately.
So digital marketing is very, very important in this aspect too, if I'm right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Very, very.
Okay. I know time has gone and it's already late. Let me check whether we have questions from
Sure, sure.
our viewers.
Okay.
There's someone comment we can't hear him, but that was when we started. Well, I've rectified that.
Okay.
Okay, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay. If you have questions, please drop them so that we can treat them before we close the class. Okay, sir. I know you are a lover of the youth. You like younger generations. What are
Right.
those advice that you have for them, for the youth, the younger ones? Because with the way things are going on, it seems some are still left behind. While we have others too who want to join, but some are having a hard time to join the league. What I want to really ask is this: what are the advice that you give to the younger ones?
Advice I would give to them is focus. Distractions of the moment. There are too many distractions right now. Again, while some people are leveraging on the opportunities of digital, others are getting carried away with it. So my advice for them is to spend time in the future, be focused on the realities that technology can allow them to leverage on, and therefore get ready for that future before it happens.
Okay, okay, okay. So any question we okay, well, there's no question. We have people online. I don't. That's one thing about people. It is when the class is over, they will now be asking questions and things like that.
Mhm.
Okay, sir, what is there
So
any other
let's
thing you still want us to learn on this aspect of future of work? Because I know it's very, very important. Because if we take it for granted, the predicament will still be on us. What are those things that you still want
mhm.
to nail on us that should understand about this future of work?
No. So, I mean, just one thing, in addition to all I've said, there is no future of work anymore. The future of work is now. The future
Correct.
has come. Clearly has come. If there's anything that is driving home that message clearly to us right now, it's the outbreak of COVID-19. It's driving home that message that the future has come. Our world is never going to be the same again after this issue of the um,
For COVID-19.
the COVID-19 has been arrested, the world will never be the same again. Governments are running without people going to their offices. Businesses are running without people going to their offices. Even here in Nigeria, we're already telling people once you sneeze once or twice, just stay at home for 2 weeks until we're sure. So, I mean, the future is already here. We should now start talking about how to harness the possibilities
Okay.
that technology allows us to do rather than fighting it. My message to possibly the older generation is that it is not the time to fight the
Younger one.
opportunities.
Okay.
The opportunities that will come. For the younger ones, grab the opportunities right now. Not everybody will be on the train at the same time, but those who are focused will grab the opportunities immediately, and that will set them apart from the rest.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Very, very excited to have you on our platform tonight.
Thank you very much.
And I understand that it's already late, and I'm very sure with this Lagos hustling and other things. Since we don't have question, we want to close within 2 minutes. We want to close. If you have your question, drop them now. No any further questions, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, do you know any opportunity that you can share with us? Maybe you know, you are former First Bank, Quest. That is, I think, is it microfinance? Because I don't understand.
It's an investment bank. It's an investment bank.
What is it all about, and how can we also benefit from it, sir?
I mean, it's an investment bank. It's not a commercial bank. It's into mutual funds, asset management, and project finance. It is into corporate banking as well.
Okay.
For anybody, when you say opportunities to leverage on, if you're thinking from a career perspective, www.fbnquest.com. There's a career portal. All opportunities are usually advertised on their portal. For people who want to invest their funds, their money, it's one of the best places to invest. So basically, that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. And we're excited to have you here tonight. And we hope that
Thank you.
If you have if you reach out to you, maybe in the near future, you also know our code, our application, sir.
Not a problem at all. No problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Let me close the class from here. And
All
Africa, this is where we are going to end tonight's class. And thank you so much for joining us. And I look forward to see all of you on Thursday. Thank you, and you have a lovely time. Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, sir.